I've been sick for the past few weeks. Nothing that I'm not going to get better from, but during this time, the internet has made my life infinitely better. I was able to keep up to date with work and uni stuff. I was able to stay in touch with family and friends. I was able to book doctor's appointments and even do my grocery shopping. But the most important thing that I noticed is that I was able to order food directly to my door without having to brave the cold or even pick up the phone with my croaky voice. So this got me thinking about what goes into these sites to make sure they're as accessible to everyone as possible, not just those of us that are a bit lazy or under the weather. And if the things that have been implemented are intentionally accessible to those that are disabled, or if it's just the side effect of making the website as easy to use as possible. First, I had a chat with a friend who's an application support developer for an international pizza chain about all the ways that a person can order a pizza. I found out that the bulk of what they've implemented wasn't intended to be specifically accessible, but accessibility has been the result nonetheless. They've recently implemented a voice ordering functionality, so people can verbally order a pizza without actually speaking to another person. And even a text-based and Twitter service that starts the process just by messaging the pizza emoji. Just like how pre-cut and packaged food is inadvertently beneficial to many that have physical limitations, web design that has ease of use in mind has the extra benefit of being automatically more accessible to the disabled community, closing the divide between abled and disabled people. Design choices like high contrast and readability against the background in comparison to a standard website comes into play a lot, as well as more subtle considerations like alternative text for images, which is essentially a bit of code that sort of sits behind an image that will enable a digital translator to read what the image is in text form. He also spoke about compatibility with text resizes, so things don't get messy and warped when they're made larger, as well as visibility on small screens like phones. There's a lot behind the scenes, like maintaining a logical reading order to the code so that voice to text can read it sequentially and isn't having to battle with things like disjointed language. And using proper HTML tags like heading and line break so translation programs can pick them up with ease. He noted that 285 million people worldwide are blind and 5.4% of people are colorblind. So even when making a website that's not specifically for the disabled community, most of these things are becoming standard practice. In Australia, the Disability Discrimination Act of 1992 requires that agencies ensure that people with disabilities have the same access to information and services as others in the community. And small changes like those that I've mentioned above can make a big difference.